The Kundalini awakening can only be dealt with energy movement. And then that is reflected in your character. Each energy point like Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, and of course Sahasranama. When this opens with that light energy, certain changes will be there.
It's an intense energy when it gets awakened, and it might not be possible for a person to handle this much energy.
They will be happening. But you are, as long as you are focusing on the body, you cannot move out of the body. What you are doing is not to create some changes in your body and experience that. Instead, create some changes in your attitude to your life and the world. If you understand that, Kundalini can be understood. What's the best mantra for peace? It's okay. It's the best mantra. Keep on saying it's okay.
Guruji, what happens when the Kundalini moves beyond your throat chakra to your third eye and to your crown chakra? Namaste everyone, a very warm welcome on the show, and I'm your host Rangoli Sharma. Another day and I've brought to you another exclusive episode of our English series Mystic Mind. And in this particular discussion, we've talked about Kundalini rising. You know, in basic terms we understand it's the energy waiting to be awakened. How to awaken it? Can Lalita Sahasranama help you to awaken your Kundalini? Now this is a very different aspect that I've talked about today. So I'm sure you're going to love this discussion, because Kundalini awakening is one such trending topic these days that so many people are talking about, and they feel that what if my Kundalini awakens, what will happen to me? Would I be able to handle this much energy? There's so many myths that I've tried to bust in today's discussion, so I'm sure you're going to love it. And you know what makes this podcast even more special? He has been a Sri Vidya teacher since last 40 years. You've met him before as well. And whenever I sit with him, I talk about Devi, I talk about Lalita Sahasranama, and today we've talked about Kundalini rising. Let's welcome Guru Karunamaya once again on Speaking Tree. Guruji, a very warm welcome on the show.
Namaste.
Such a pleasure to sit with you again today, and in this episode, I'm going to explore Kundalini awakening with you.
I'm awakened.
Just the name of it gave you that shock, right?
No, I'm awakened immediately.
You're awakened. We will awaken our audience about Kundalini awakening today. Guruji, to be honest, what I understand in basic terms and what I have heard from people is that it's the dormant energy residing at the base of your spine, which is wanting to be awakened. But in your perspective, how to truly understand the Kundalini energy?
Kundalini, God, both are formless. To describe the God, they give some qualities to the God, to the energy which is beyond quality. Like this is Ugra, this is Shanta, they are beyond the quality. Similarly, Kundalini is physically non-existing, logically existing. Nobody can, do a surgery and then take out Kundalini, this is Kundalini and it is not awakened. Nobody can say that. I'm sorry. I'm just taking the light and way. So it's an energy center. What my guru told, I'm telling you. In one of the train journeys, me and my guru was traveling. And we were sitting on the single seats, two-tier AC. I was made Pontiff of Devipuram at that time. And I asked Guruji, many disciples are coming to you and saying, my Kundalini is awakened and I am seeing sounds in Manipura Chakra. And Ajna Chakra is pulsating. But I don't have any experience. I don't hear any sounds. Then, do you think you made a wrong decision by selecting me as a Pontiff? I have.
That was his response?
He said immediately, he calls me Subbu. My name, original name is Subba Rao, so short name is Subbu. Subbu, to tell you frankly, all the people coming to me with all the sounds from Manipura, maybe they have a gastric issue. If I tell that, they don't be satisfied. So I also join with them, wow, and then they are happy. At least if I make them happy, they recite Lalita Sahasranama or something. If I discourage them, there's nothing, they don't do anything. So for that for that sense only, I'm telling them. Then I asked him the same question. How exactly we can raise Kundalini? Where do my Kundalini is now?
Exactly. Where is it in my body? Yes.
It's a tattva. So when your energy is totally in the Mooladhara, that means you are focusing only on Mooladhara. Mooladhara is related to your family, yourself, selfishness, or anger. All these low-level qualities are with you if you are focusing only on the Mooladhara, that energy. So we will be involved in doing the worldly matters and not even worried about are we leading a good life? We don't care. But then some guru comes, gives you a mantra and you do it properly. The mantra should be done from the Manipura Chakra. Om, like that if you say, the pressure you build up at Manipura will create a fire. Manipura is a fire chakra. And the fire goes down to wake up this energy. So, in the Lalita Sahasranama also, it told, Mahasakti Kundalini Visatantu Taniyasi. Mahasakti. Many people will recite Mahashakti.
Mahashakti.
It's wrong. Mahasakti. Asakti in Sanskrit is interest. So that energy is curious, interestingly waiting for that jiva who can kindle it up. Or in other words, wake it up, waken. So how does it wake up? The fire energy going down because of the mantra japam, it creates a heat in the Mooladhara and then the energy moves. And it moves so nicely, it told, Bisatantu Taniyasi, in the lotus stem, if you see, there will be a small crevice in the hole, like a small hole going in there. In that hole, it will move in the Sushumna. So that's a different chapter altogether. We can take up it later, how it moves and everything. So the Kundalini awakening can only be dealt with energy movement. And then that is reflected in your character. When I asked my guru, where am I? He said, you are struggling between Manipura and Anahata. Whenever that energy goes up, then it clears the darkness in the chakras. Again, chakras are logically existing, physically non-existing. Chakra is the energy point.
Right.
And if the energy, the root energy called called Kundalini, is stuck in one place, it's not being used properly. So we'll all be like normal people, just being born, washing the same face, tying the same saree, eating the same food, going to the same work, getting children. There's no big event or nothing to feel great about that life. That's the normal life 98 to 99% of the people live. So, but that energy, dormant energy should wake up. When it wakes up and it goes, imagine this dark, when you bring the light, it is being lit. Like this, it opens. It's only imagination, it doesn't happen. So when this opens, each energy point like Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, then of course Sahasranama. When this opens with that light energy, certain changes will be there.
Guruji, as you talked about changes, what I have heard from a lot of people, that it's an intense energy when it gets awakened, and it might not be possible for a person to handle this much energy. So what should be the requirement or capability for a person to actually awaken their Kundalini if they, begin it with?
What they say, the body is getting some changes. That is correct also. But then, so normally you have a temperature of 98.4 or whatever. That's a normal temperature. Temperature is temperature. But the temperature is high, 104. What do you call that? Fever. So it's not good. Similarly, the energy is there, you are a normal person. When the energy is awakened, when it is moving, it does create some, differences in the body. The real sadhaka should not be focusing on the body. Have you ever heard Vivekananda going to Ramakrishna Paramahansa saying that my Ajna Chakra is pulsating, my Manipura is vibrating? He is an enlightened person. When he himself is not having that, why then people are struggling, my Ajna Chakra is pulsating?
Or I'm feeling something around my heart chakra.
All this, of course, memory leak, they might have studied. I'm not putting them down. They will be happening. They will be happening. But you are, as long as you are focusing on the body, you cannot move out of the body. They say 2 inches about the body, your awareness should be to understand this body. So people focus, unfortunately, on the lightning, like a fire moving around my spine. I'm feeling a fire-like energy. All these are memory leak. So what happens exactly when Kundalini is awakened is the changes in your attitude. Previously, you are scared of people, scared of the lemon on the road, the chili on the road. Remember? Particularly on a Sunday evening or Friday evening, if you go and step on something, oh my God, something is going to happen. That kind of fear will not be there if the Kundalini is moving from Mooladhara. You can take like that. Friend, when it moved out of Mooladhara, the fear and doubt will not be there.
So Mooladhara will clear your fear and doubt.
Doubt. When the energy
it's the place you feel sense of security. And
so imagine this Kundalini as a light. It may not be a light, but different. Imagine when the light from the Mooladhara brightens right from the Mooladhara, Kundalini brightens the Mooladhara, then you will not have any fear and doubt to the great extent. There will be some, but not like other people who are doubting the people, doubting the places. I should not go there. My energy is getting down. I should not trust this person. He is a cheater. Like this, they won't do. When it moves through the Swadhisthana Chakra, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhmatsarya, they call Arishad Varga. Ari means enemies. Shad Varga, 6 enemies, which are standing as a hurdle for spiritual and materialistic growth, they will be controlled. So you need to observe your character, attitude instead of your body to understand the Kundalini movement. It's simple. There is a book on Kundalini Yoga by Swami Satyananda Saraswati, Bihar School of Yoga. That also describes the same thing. Of course, there are methods to raise the Kundalini, Pranayama, and then Mola Bandha and Ojjana Bandha, Shakti Chalana Bandha, Bandhas are there. It's a different subject altogether. But all the while, what you are doing is not to create some changes in your body and experience that. Instead, create some changes in your attitude to your life and the world. If you understand that, Kundalini can be understood. So, if it moves through the Manipura, then that navel center, then you should not have power hunger. Like my word should be heard by the parents will have power hunger that the children should listen to them. And then that puts their life into miserable life because because Kali Yuga, sometimes they listen, sometimes also they forgot that they didn't listen to their parents when they are children. So all this they forget and they expect them. So the power hunger is there for everybody. That Guru cannot expect the Shishya to be listening to him always. That's also a power hunger. That kind of power hunger will be reduced when it's okay. My Guruji always say, what is the best method, what is the best mantra for peace? It's okay. It's the best mantra. Keep on saying it's okay. You are at peace. So when it moves through the Anahata Chakra, that is when you are out of the worldly desires.
Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh.
And no desire also. You are happy.
No desire for power.
And your love will expand. Here also you have love, conditioned love. And you love only your family members. Only those people whom you think good. You stamp them, you love them. You don't like this. All this is happening here. When it moves here, this is how I prefer to check my Kundalini. You should have unconditional, universal, everlasting love. Unconditional, universal, everlasting
love.
You should not only love the human beings, love the animals, insects. Can you love the mosquito which is biting on your...
I remember the last conversation we had, Shivoham.
Yes,
so, I remember.
This is how that's how I trained myself to observe Kundalini in my Anahata. So everything. Whenever I was coming to this studio, I observed some very, very poor people eating on the road by the side of a dustbin. Immediately, I felt very sad why God is having this partiality. One fellow in tons and tons of money, these fellows are, why this? And that kind of spontaneous spandana, they say, resonance to the people suffering. If you have capacity, you just help them. That kind of unconditional love, universal, everlasting. Not only when you are watching pravachan or something, you have love. But otherwise, the love is not. No. That is, up to this, some people can experience. From here, it is very difficult.
It's difficult to raise
move the Kundalini above the Anahata Chakra.
Okay, from here to the three chakras. Why, Guruji? Why is it difficult?
Because ages together we have done some karmas. I don't know how many janmas we have. If you believe in the janma theory, how many janmas we have done. Each janma, how many trillions of karmas we have done. And each one has got a balance left over. When all these are removed, they are, burnt out, then only this thing can happen. For that, it requires a lot of time and sadhana. And also, you are used to certain kind of belief. If you have 10 rupees, okay, I'm giving an example, and somebody is coming and asking, give me some money, I don't have money. You give 1 rupee. No, some more money. You give 2 rupees, 9 rupees. If you ask for the 10th rupee, can you doubt that person as God is coming to you and testing you?
If you are evolved, then you might. Otherwise, yeah. So many stories we read, they are above all these things. And we say impractical. There is no practicality in spirituality because you are not the doer. The moment you are thinking that you are doing, there is a practicality comes. So you need to come out of this. It's almost difficult, almost impossible. So when you go here, Vak Siddhi comes. That means you talk very less, maybe few sentences per day. Moving with the people, they may not do all the things to your liking, still you keep quiet. Can you do that? And you cannot shout, slow. They will always say, Mrudu, Madhura, Sarala, Sarasa, Gambhira. These qualities should come to the speech. Mrudu, soft, always soft. Madhura, always sweet your talk. Sarala, always simple. Sarasa, always fun, sense of humor,
unloving, Gambhira. You should have some meaning in your. All this control on the thought will come here. At that time, and there is no question of negative thought. If somebody comes with stage 4 cancer, immediately stage 4, ho gaya kam. Yes or no? Stage 4 is gone. But this person will not think. No, he'll survive. Whether he survives or not, that's a different thing. That is not under his control, somewhere else. But he himself will not say anything negative, which is extremely difficult.
Very difficult. And Guruji, sometimes even though people have good intentions, they might knowingly, unknowingly gossip about people, complain. That also doesn't purify your throat chakra, right?
And also the person who has come here, he will not talk bad about any person in their absence or listen to bad about any person. He will not talk at all. First of all, talk low, talk slow, talk low. Talk slow, talk low, talk less. All these qualities will come. And then immediately anybody who follows this will have a manifestation. Because when you don't follow this, the mind will be very active. And the mind is active, you do more karmas.
Right.
So the moment stage 4 cancer person comes, mind is active to say, oh, it's impossible, based on the previous experience.
Right.
But the person whose Kundalini reached, he has crossed that intuition or preconceived notion and say, yeah, he'll be all right. And he will be all right. Trust me. He will be all right.
Because of the Vak Shuddhi?
Vak Shuddhi.
Yes.
Power of manifestation.
Power of manifestation.
That's why everywhere you should always keep saying, I tell you an example now that he has come. In Kundalini, this awakening, I'm not saying I'm a great person whose Kundalini has raised to Sahasranama. I'm not at all saying that.
You are egoless, as we talked earlier. That's why you won't say it, even though you might have.
Always check your words, whether there is any amount of I-ness. I-ness, I. If you forget that I-ness, highness will come. So, when I went to Texas, I don't know whether I told you about this or not. I went to a marriage, conduct a marriage. I normally don't conduct a marriage of human beings, only conducted twice in my life so far. So I came returning back to India. I need to catch the flight. And already we are almost neck to neck we are going. And one lady is driving the car, another lady is sitting, both names are Sujatas only. And suddenly, instead of taking left, we took right. I'm giving you a wonderful example why I'm saying it's extremely difficult to cross this. And instead of taking south, we took north or north-south something. And then we got stuck in the bumper-to-bumper traffic. No way we can reach the airport at 6:30. And the continental flight is scheduled to leave at 6:30. So immediately these two ladies said, Guruji, I think you have to stay in our house today. No way we can reach. It takes another at least 45 minutes. And I said, if you say one mantra constantly, I can catch the flight. What is that mantra? Today continental flight will leave at 8:30. That's the mantra. Instead of 6:30. They all shouted, no way. 100% accuracy, time, on time arrival, departure for continental. No way it can happen. That's what I am saying. Difficult to cross this. At least for my sake, to see whether it's working or not, maintain that. Today, the continental flight will leave at 8:30. Reluctantly, because I'm a guru, they have to listen to me. Reluctantly, they come on saying. And almost like 7-ish, 7:15, we're about to reach airport. And I asked another person, lady sitting there, call your husband. She was calling her. What do you say? I'll find out whether the flight is there or not. No. Find out how much more time the flight will take to depart.
Power of Vakshuddhi.
Saying, and she called, and he said, I'll get back to you. We're entering, but the phone has not come. Immediately this lady started, maybe it has left, that's why he didn't call. Stop that thought. Maybe he's in the basement where the signal was not there. That's also a possibility. And you won't believe, the moment we stepped into the airport, the big board, continental flight delayed, leaving at 8:30.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Same thing. Wow.
Really?
Manifestation happened. Power of Vaksuddhi leads to manifestation. That is how you see the Kundalini movement. Not on pulsation, vibrations, and enlightening. That's what I understand. I'm not saying I'm the perfect and this is correct, but in my life, I'm 72. In my life's experiences, this is how I experienced Kundalini.
Guruji, what happens when the Kundalini moves beyond your throat chakra to your third eye and to your crown chakra?
I cannot talk about that because I never know what. If I don't know what happens, how can I tell? Probably, I'm telling probably, people will be like Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Moni Baba, Lahari Mahasai. There are junior gods. They are in a form, that's all. But their lifestyle, their power, their talking, actions, all are equal to God. That's why they call junior God. And they won't be in the world, they won't, they'll be thinking, talking to somebody, or they'll always be smiling. We can't say this will happen. It's very rarely you get to this point, in my view. And even my Guruji told, I am struggling between this and this.
Guruji, some people say that this energy is too difficult to handle. We see some people having very weird bodily experiences, like they practice some Kundalini awakening sessions and they are not acting normal. Like, does that also happen in your body?
100%.
That you're not able to handle all of this energy?
When you practice any process by way of mantras or by way of pranayama, some exercises, whatever the Guru teaches, under the Guru's guidance, so that you talk to Guru daily or frequently and he or she guides you properly. Look at this point. This is Sushumna. This is Ida. This is Pingala. These two nadis, three nadis are there. Right side, left side, center. So, this is Mooladhara, this is Sahasranama. The Kundalini should, as long as it travels through the center line, it works on the chakras, opens them up, and you have the changes in your attitude, and you have wonderful life. In fact, no body changes at all. You'll be enjoying the bliss, not even moving like this and all these things. Won't happen. But without proper Guru's guidance, looking on internet or so, doing some practice, it may go, I'm not saying it will go, it may go like this. Or it may go like this, the energy. When it moves out of instead of going under the Sushumna, it goes, that's when you get his other, because these parts are not trained or ready to get that energy.
Right.
So, maybe.
Since you were not ready for it, that's why it happens.
No, not ready. Everybody is ready, but is not properly guided by Guru. Guidance. How you direct that energy through the Sushumna, Guruji should guide.
Guruji, here I want to talk about the role of a Guru. How would a Guru make the process of Kundalini awakening smoother or easier or quicker for you, for that matter?
If he has to go through everybody, it's impossible. So once he suggests a method, okay, you practice the method perfectly, continuously, and reach Guru for clarifications and So interactions, do interactions, you can correct. But the ultimate role lies with Sishya only. In my view, the ultimate responsibility lies with Sishya only. Many people think Guruji keeps their hand on this thing, Kundalini can awaken. It can. But why do you focus on the shortcut? Then what is the purpose of our own life? You learn the process through Guruji and you practice it. It's not easy. It's not like doing a puja or doing a mantra or a homa. It's vigorous. Practice it under the guidance of Guru. Without focusing on your body changes. That's the main thing. As long as you're body conscious, there is a question of raising up your awareness. Anyways, you are body conscious. So, without keeping the awareness on the body, but turning towards Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Labha, Srishti, Stedi, Laya, Tirodhana, the U-turn. All the while you are creating a thought, observing the thought, putting action, getting the result. If it is favorable, joy, if not, worry. In this you are moving. You make a U-turn. Observe your changes, character changes. If you do that regularly under the guidance of Guru, then there is a very 100% chance to really actually make it happen, move up. Again, there is no physical moving up of Kundalini.
Right.
This is the only change of character and attitude towards that. That's how my Guru taught me about Kundalini.
Guruji, now I want to ask something very important to you, and I'm sure so many of my viewers would be waiting for this question. Since I'm sitting with you, it can't be possible that I'm not talking about Devi, or I'm not talking about Sri Vidya, or I'm not talking about Lalita Sahasranama. Can Lalita Sahasranama also help you to awaken your Kundalini? If yes, how? How does it help with the chakras, the clearing of the chakras, or clearing the blockages in all the 7 chakras of your body?
100% sure. Yes. Lalita Sahasranamam, I should say from my experience, has more chances to help. Of course, I didn't practice Vishnu Sahasranam, I can recite, but I'm not doing upasana of that. So I can't say about that. As far as Lalita Sahasranam concerned, Vishuddhi Chakaranya, Rakta Varna, Tilocana, Khatvangadi, Praharana, Vadana Ekasamanvita, Payasana, Priyatoksta, Pataloga, Bainkari, like that, all the chakras are described in Lalita Sahasranam. And also, how do you do Kundalini Yoga is also described in the beginning lines of Lalita Sahasranam. As I told you before, Mahasakti Kundalini Bisantaniyati, like that. So, a person may not be having opportunity to understand all things, meanings and put it in practice. But if they recite the Lalita Sahasranama, in the Falasruti they say, the benefit of Lalita Sahasranama got from one word in Lalita Sahasranama,
Which is?
Even Shiva cannot explain the benefit to the human being. That much powerful. It is told in Falasruti. Again, coming back to our own narration, what is that kind of benefit is the sound energy. Sri Mata, Sri Maharajni, Srimat Simhasaneshwari. It follows certain chandas, 16 letters, 8 letters, 1 break, 8 letters, 1 break.
The frequency.
Sri Mata, Sri Maharajni, break. Srimat Simhasaneshwari, Shidagnikunda Sambhuta, Devakari Samudyata, Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha, Chaturbahu Samanvida. Like that, if you recite, the sound waves will cause an enormous energy for the Kundalini movement, 100% sure. But sometimes the chandas, meter should be broken. Laksharo Malata Dharata. We are going to the 9th letter and giving importance to the meter, meaning rather than the meter. Laksharo, if it is following the 8 letters, it should be like Laksharo Malata Dhara Tasum Madhvam. that correct division, but it doesn't make sense. So that is where I said Guruji's guidance should be there. In reciting Lalita Sahasranama also.
Okay, Lalita Sahasranama also says that you should have a guru's guidance.
You should better if you know, like Dushta Dura, Durachara, correct break as per the Chandas. But means that, but you are accusing Amma as a Durachara. But actually their meaning is Dushta Dura, Durachara, Shamani. That's where you need to break. So these small things, a Guru can guide you properly. If you are guided by Guru properly, or not only Guru, if you know how to break that lines properly, and if you recite in right pronunciation, the sound waves will have an effect. Number one. Number two, you go further and come to the analyze the meaning of some lines. Like particularly Vishuddhi Chakralya, that lines, if you say, go to the most downward, like Mula Dharam Bujaruda Panchabhaktra Asti Samsthita. That means 5 faces in the Mooladhara that Devi has got. If you understand the Tattva, as long as I am controlled by the 5 senses, being a prey to the 5 senses, I will be in the Mooladhara. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha. That is water. Water has got sound, water has got taste, water has got smell, and Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. But pure water doesn't have Gandha. So you leave Gandha, you move on to Swadhisthana. Swadhisthana Bhujagata Chatur Bhakta Manohara. It goes to 4. Like that, if you understand the meaning of each chakra, by leaving the effect of one tanmatra, they say, Shabda Sparsa Rupa Ragandha, you go to here, Vishuddhi Chakralya, Aktavarna, Britamanasa, Samasta Bhakta Sudha, Lakinyamba, Surupani, Ekam, Vishuddhi Chakralya, Vadanaika Samanvita, Ekam. That means you are in the ether. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Lastly, you are hanging on to Shabda. So, whenever you talk, you don't focus on the words. You focus on the Shabda. From the Shabda on to the silence between the Shabdas. When I am talking, when I am giving a pravachan, I don't focus on how it has to reach the people, how many views we'll get, how many appreciation we get. No. Sound and the silence between the sounds. If I focus on that, then actually your, whatever you say, Kundalini movement will be there. What is the effect of that Kundalini movement? Many people will like your pravachan. It will go to their heart. Not only say, wow, Guru Karunamaya ji, we are great. No, it should have an effect on their life. That is our purpose. Your podcast should have an effect on their lives.
Absolutely.
If 200K people watch, even 10 people lives are changed, your podcast is success. And that kind of Kundalini effect will come because of the Lalita Sahasranama.
Guruji, is it also possible that some names focus solely on a particular chakra within your body? And that's how it clears the karmic blockages or it heals that particular chakra?
Yes. If some not only names, if you focus lam, 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 something, some people practice like this. If you keep on saying the lam, Bijakshara, it will focus on the Mooladhara. Similarly, vam, 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 vam for the Swadhisthana. Ram, 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 ram for the Manipura. Yam, 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 yam. You see, that sound is different. Letter is different, the sound is also different. Yam, 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 anahata. Hum, 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 hum. That sound comes from here. So, Vishuddhi. Sam, ajna. This, of course, beyond this thing. So, these are the 6 letters. If anybody can practice, not one time, 2 times, months together, years together, then you practice only one letter. And they can see the changes in their activation of the chakra also.
So, Guruji, to end this wonderful discussion on Kundalini awakening today, there are so many people who claim that they can help you awaken your Kundalini with a 1-month course or, a 3-month course. Is it also possible that you can awaken your Kundalini with such courses?
You're unnecessarily putting me into controversy. Nobody will advertise like that. First of all, Kundalini, they compare in Lalita Sahasranama, is Antapura Stri. That means the lady who resides in the Antapura, the secret chambers of the king. And whoever wakes her up properly, she goes through the secret marga called Sushumna to meet her partner,
Shiva.
Such a beautiful description. For that, can you advertise then if you join the course, we will wake up your Kundalini? That's their way of life. But my Guru never does that. Amritananda Saraswati, no more. But he never taught us like that. We know we don't advertise like that. We only say, recite Lalita Sahasranam, do the pranayamam, do the mantra japam. Mantra japam also we give Ganapati at Mooladhara, Bala mantra at Swadikshana, Manipura Chendi, Anahata Rajashyamala or Krishna mantra, Vishuddhi Dattatreya, and Ajna Varahi or Shiva. These mantras we give. The vibrations created by the sound, the syllables, will act on the chakras. That's how we say. And ultimately, the responsibility lies in the disciple only, not by Shaktipata, whatever it may be. These are all, you're escaping your responsibility to lead a good spiritual life.
Guruji, what should be the ultimate goal of Kundalini awakening? Like, what would happen if once Kundalini get awakened?
For me, it's my personal view. For me, I should have led a life which will be remembered by lakhs of people for thousands of years to come by those Mahan. That is the ultimate. Not like having personal gains or having power or exhibiting the power or having some body changes. No. Nothing you should focus. The whole Jiva Brahmaikya Sadhanam, they say. Jiva is, we are all Jivas. Brahma is the one who created. How do you join Brahma is the ultimate aim of Kundalini. The one who is gradually following this Kundalini Yoga will think whatever happens in this life is his own creation. Can you do that? If you lose your job, can you think that it's me who wanted me to lose my job? In fact, that's fact. Somewhere down the road, in the back, you are frustrated with the job, not about you, I'm telling you. And say, oh my God, horrible, I wish I don't have this job. You blessed yourself at the time as a Brahma. You forgot. And it materializes after a few years. This type of realization, if it comes, slowly, whatever is happening, getting married, not getting married, having children, not having children, everything is my own wish as a Brahma. That kind of evolution maybe is the final destination of Kundalini.
And I'm sure, Guruji, this particular podcast would have busted so many myths about Kundalini awakening that we hear these days. So as always, it was wonderful to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining me today. So you tell me in the comment section, how did you like today's podcast and from which part of the world you are watching this discussion? Have you ever tried to think about awakening your Kundalini? Have you ever taken the help of Lalita Sahasranama to awaken your Kundalini? What has your experience been? What do you feel about Kundalini awakening? What are your queries for this particular discussion? Do let me know in the comment section. Which more such topics would you like me to cover with Guruji in the coming podcast? Do let me know. I'll keep bringing you such insightful discussions on Speaking Tree. This is your host Rangoli Sharma. I'll see you in another podcast. Namaste.